Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's session, what we're going to be going through is actually how to get your book written. So Angelina, in the last video, she went over exactly how to get a killer outline made that your ghostwriter, or actually you, if you want to write it yourself, that you're more than welcome to, can follow. And so, if you get a really good book written, you'll be in such a better position to have an amazing book, and therefore your brand will start to build. If you have a great book, you can then build on it and get another great book written. And it's how you actually develop that brand, and people come to trust you, and then you get repeat customers. So having a great book written really can't be underestimated. You're probably going to hear us say quite a lot throughout the process. This step's really important. This step's really important. They all are very important. And if you do each step well to the best of your ability, then you're going to be successful. It's as simple as that. So I'm just going to make myself a little bit smaller. You don't need to see all of me there. I'll just move you down here. Move me down there. Okay, so we have 4 places you can get your book ghost written. People are going to write it for you. So the first one is the Urban Writers. Quite a famous and well-known ghostwriting company. And they obviously come highly recommended from us. We've had over 30 books published. And we have used the Urban Writers on several occasions. We actually don't use them at the moment. We actually use Hot Ghostwriter, the second one, but they're a brilliant company. So let's just go on to, actually I'm already on it. So non-fiction writing packages. So obviously I'll let you navigate the website in your own time. But if you come up to the top here, click on services, and actually, as you can see, they do quite a bit. So we haven't ever used book bundles, but book descriptions. So when you go on to Amazon, oh God, I thought it'd come up straight away. And you just type in real estate investing, just an example. And you click on this book here. So the book description is this part here. We'll get onto that in another video. It's very important. Actually, this is the only time I'm going to say it's probably not the most important, but it is important still. And obviously you can write it yourself, and we'll show you how to do that. But you can outsource that as well. So they do book descriptions, children's book packages. Haven't actually used that before. Fiction packages. Obviously, as you know, we're not fiction writers. Fiction publishers. We are non-fiction publishers. So we haven't used that. But you could use, what else is down here? Cover designs. You could use editing services. We actually have used the editing services before. And basically when you have your book ghost written, it's not going to come fully edited. Most of it will. There won't be too many mistakes, but you don't want to have those little silly spelling mistakes here and there. So you could get it edited as well. Cover designs we haven't used because we go to other places to get it done. And we'll, I think in the next video, maybe 2 videos, we're going to show you exactly how to get your cover designed for relatively cheap prices. But let's just go on to non-fiction packages, well, on here anyway. So feel free to watch the video. It just describes the different tiers. But if you scroll down to here, basically you're looking at their different tiers. Okay, so they come at different prices depending on the quality of writer that they deem to be. So obviously your best writers are up here, your premium package, but then it does come at a bit of a cost. It's obviously more expensive. You have £3.69 per 100 words compared to £2.60 per 100 words. So there's quite a big price differential. We tend to always, well, when we used to go with them, go either top package or premium package. Just because, you do get good, I'm sure you do get good writers here. And all that is, they're just newer writers on the scene, but we don't want to risk having a not so good book written. We want the highest quality book we can, so hence why we go for the top 2 packages. As we said, quality is everything, and if you don't have a really good quality book, your brand will suffer. So how much is that? I'm just going to work it out on my phone. So it's £3.69 times, let's just say, a 30,000 word book, for example. So it'll be 300, just 1,100 over here. Let's do £3.49. So £3.49 times 300, 1,047. So it's not too much. It's only £100 difference. We're at £2.60 times 300 is 780. So that's a £400 difference from your rising package to your premium package. Feel free to go for rising package and urban package. I'm sure they have some amazing writers. They just haven't done the mileage that some of the more experienced writers have done. Okay, so again, I will let you have a better scroll around the website. You can even go onto live chat with them, or actually book on a call with them. Really nice team. We've had some interaction with them. We actually are affiliates just for the urban writers, which means that we get a tiny bit of commission for it, if you use their services, but you also get a discount as well. So our code, we're going to link below. So if you want to use I think it's 5% off you get, or maybe 10% off. You need to double check that, just for the urban writers. Okay, so the next guys who we use. So we use actually Hot Ghostwriter at the moment. It's a little bit more expensive. Okay, so, and it's a bit of a different structure as well. So essentially when you're going to get it done is you come over, actually just, you come to store, and obviously we go for non-fiction, and then you need to choose if it's standard or technical. So the difference is technical's more kind of research-based topics, more sciencey-based topics. For example, anything like, I think like cryptocurrency is, the stock market is, real estate is. Actually, let's learn more. Let's just see if they have a better standard writing here. Okay, so our standard non-fiction writing offers the highest quality writers with expertise in non-technical, non-fiction topics. Okay, cool. So we've got self-help, history, biographies, cookbooks, business, sport, fitness, and darting. And we've got technical down here. Okay, yeah. So you've got your finance books, your Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, anything which needs a bit more research, it's going to be more technical compared to standard. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to store up here. And then we're going to click non-fiction. Obviously, you need to determine which one it is. So, you know, I think technical is a little bit more expensive. Let's just look at the difference, actually. Let's just say average is 30,000. It's quite an average length of book. So $1,560. And then if we go for technical and do the same workout, it's an extra $200. So obviously it's more expensive. When we looked over at the urban writers, it was 1,100, I think we said, wasn't it? And then it was 700 for the cheapest package. So you don't get any tiers here. It's just flat rate, either standard or technical, $1,500. It's obviously more expensive. We go with them because the quality is a bit better. Obviously, when we first started out, our budget was much lower, and therefore we had to go for cheaper options. I'm not saying that the urban writers is by any means worse quality. We just think, well, I'm saying it's a little bit better quality here, but not that much to notice, really, if I'm honest with you. So $1,500. Some people might think that's a quite expensive business startup or business expense, sorry. In my opinion, and obviously Angelina's opinion as well, it's not that expensive at all, especially when you consider a good selling or even an average selling book. Let's even say a bad selling book at $200 a month. You're going to recoup that. What's my maths like? In at least a year, you recoup all of that. And then 2 years, you're in the profit. 3 years, you're in the profit. 4 years, in the profit. As long as you do the other bits of your business well. If you have a good selling book, you'll recoup it in 1 month after the book, gets up and running again. Okay, so audiobook, it's an extra $900. That's actually really expensive. Our recommendation is definitely not to do that. I don't think we're going to include it in this playlist, but in another subsequent video that we do, we'll take you through Audible, and you can actually get it done on ACX, which is the platform where you can basically hire narrators. So we click no there. You can upgrade here we actually always click no, but ebook cover design, paperback, hardback cover design, audiobook cover. In truth, for $500, we're going to show you exactly how you can get much cheaper cover designs, and then we'll also show you how to change it into a paperback cover, hardback cover, audiobook cover as well. So you can go for it, of course. We'd recommend not to be honest. And then outline. So we don't need one of those, do we? Because we showed you, or Angelina showed you, sorry, exactly how to create a really great outline. Again, I'm going to keep saying this, but if you want to go for it, of course you can. Add-ons, images, we click no. You put your title in here, and you put your project description in here. And yeah, I think your project description you probably covered in Angelina's lesson, just a little bit of a brief about your book. Basically, you should have done that with your research. You should know what your book's about, and then you can just give it, place it in here so your ghostwriter knows what it's about and then can use it. And then finally, this is where we upload our outline here. So nice and simple. Okay, so that's what the company that we use at the moment. And then finally, we have the Writing Summit. Okay, so again, this one's very simple to be honest, this Hot Ghostwriter. There's more to navigate here, so I'll let you look at that. And again, like this one, there's more to navigate here. So I'll let you go through in your own time. Essentially, there is 3 packages. Okay, again, we would tend to advise, stay away from your budget writer. Although if you're on a very, very tight budget, then, you know, by all means, and you want to get a short book done just to get a little bit of passive income coming in to build up your stack before you then go for your, I guess high quality books, absolutely fine to do. But we tend to stick to either intermediate, or top writer. So I actually worked it out earlier. Actually, no, I might have deleted it from my phone. So it's £2.99 times 300. Let's just say 30,000 word book is $897. I almost say pounds, but dollars. And then £2.75 times 300 is 825. So not too much difference really between both. But let's just have a look at what we get. So you get a top writer here, intermediate writer here, approximately 15 days, but expect a 30k word book to be 35 days. And that's quite average. We tend to say at least expect between 4 to 6 weeks for a 30,000 word book to actually get ghostwritten. It's proofread, it's edited. So this is a big advantage of the Writing Summit. It comes proofread and edited back from your ghostwriter. So that's part of the package that they provide as well. They do format it as well. And plagiarism checks. So it's pretty good. That's a pretty good package for 897 quid. Sorry, dollars. It's not a bad package at all. So lightly edited here. So you do run the risk if you go for package 2 that there will be some editing errors which you may need to then actually get it edited anyway. Whereas this, it should come back fully edited. We still would recommend going through it yourself. So those are 3 companies. So there's a difference between companies. Going to an actual company, the writers at a company have already been vetted, and therefore you can be quite, you can feel quite confident that you're going to get a really high quality piece of work done. And that's what we always recommend when you're starting out. You don't want to go through you can do, but you don't want to go through a really freelancer, as they haven't been vetted by a company to check their standard is okay. And finally, we have Upwork. So we tend to stick to the ghostwriting companies nowadays, just because you don't want to have the headache of going through a freelance ghostwriter and it not being the quality we wanted. But we have used Upwork a few times. It has the benefits of it can be a little bit cheaper to hire someone directly because they're not taking their cut. It's going directly to the freelancer. However, you do run the risk of quality being a little bit reduced. But you can get some amazing writers on Upwork. And we know many self-publishers, some of our friends who are pretty, they're very, very happy with their ghostwriters they know quite well. So what you can do is you can come to Upwork and you can post a job. So you're going to go through all the steps here. It's fairly logical. A 30,000 word book, if we take that same example, will be more than 30 hours a week. And then you can just write your title in here, go through all the steps. And then what's going to happen is in my jobs, so we have no active jobs right now. But what's going to happen is you're going to have a job posted here and you're going to get applications coming in, quite a few of them, from potential ghostwriters who fit your description and want to ghostwrite your book. You'll ask for a little intro, little summary, and maybe like a little audition actually. And you can read through the different auditions. Top tip is look for people who actually have written in regards, or their little intro in regards to your actual job posting is related, rather than just a copy and paste little intro that they give to everyone. We tend to think that if you haven't really bothered to take the time to actually look at the job posting, then you obviously your work ethic isn't that great. Also, what you can do, so if you post a job, what you can do if you want to find a ghostwriter as well, you can just type in ghostwriter nonfiction, or if you're doing like a gardening book, you can do gardening ghostwriter, and then the suggestions will come up, and essentially you just scroll through all the lists here, have a look at their profile, do a little bit of a scouting out. So you've got Alison here, and you can look at how much she's earned, total jobs. She's got a little introduction video, that's quite sweet, I haven't seen that before. You want to make sure they're native or at least bilingual, okay? You don't want to have an English speaker who's not really fluent, because we actually had it before, and the writing was just kind of broken up. It didn't quite make sense, and it just didn't really sound like a native speaker, sorry. And so that's really, really important. You can look at their reviews here. We all know how important reviews are, so make sure that they obviously have got good job success rate. You can look at their how much they are as well. There's obviously more filters on the side here, but I'll let you go through in your own time to basically have a look. I would actually say 90% and up is a must when hiring a ghostwriter. So just to recap on Upwork, post a job, okay, and you get auditions, and also come up here and then type in nonfiction ghostwriter or your niche, gardening or chess or I don't know, whatever it is, real estate, and then type in ghostwriter, and then you can basically scroll through and see which one fits you best. So that is kind of it. All right. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully you have a good understanding now how you can take your outline, which you created, and how you can now find a professional to actually write your book for you, your top quality book. As I said, we recommend one of the ghostwriting companies here, but you can use Upwork as well. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed it, guys. As I said, this I think is the 4th video in our playlist, our mini course of how to actually publish a book on Amazon, how to go from no idea to how to become a fully certified Amazon publisher. So make sure you work your way down the playlist. If this is the first video you've come across, make sure you start, or make sure you go back to the start and then work your way through. It goes in obviously chronological order. Hope it's been helpful. And I will just say finally, guys, if you're interested, me and Angelina have put together a longer course, more hours of content, and we've linked that below in the description here. So go and check that out, and we'd love to see you and get to know you. But until next time, guys, we'll see you then in the next video. Right, bye for now. Thanks.